Ever walked into a beautifully furnished room and instantly felt exhausted? It doesn't matter how much you spent on the couch or the artwork. Sometimes, despite the price tag, a space simply feels heavy and draining. For centuries, people in India have turned to a system called Vastu Shastra to solve exactly this problem. Strip away the mysticism usually attached to it, and you find a highly practical, centuries-old masterclass in environmental psychology and spatial design. We combed through 25 traditional architectural rules from this system to find the core logic behind them. By distilling that ancient knowledge, we found 3 foundational pillars that can make any room instantly more functional and comfortable. Your environment is never passive. The precise way your physical space is laid out and organized acts as a continuous force that shapes your daily psychological state. The first pillar is spatial flow. In Vastu, the exact center of a home is called the Brahmasthan. Think of it as the lungs of your house. Cramming this central area with heavy furniture or storage boxes makes the entire floor plan feel claustrophobic. Keeping the middle open allows for unrestricted movement and a literal sense of breathing room. Look at this top-down floor plan to see how Vastu approaches the balance of visual weight. The top right sector, the north and northeast, is kept light, open, and airy to encourage foot traffic and energy flow. In sharp contrast, the bottom left corner, the southwest, is anchored with dense, heavy wooden furniture to create a sense of psychological grounding and stability. Using that same layout, traditional principles intentionally zone the kitchen in the southeast. They also dictate specific orientations for human activity, placing beds so you sleep with your head pointing south or east for deeper physical rest, and angling desks to face east or north to maximize mental focus during study. Proper spatial zoning physically eliminates the subconscious bottlenecks in your home. By mapping out clear paths and dedicated functional zones, you remove the daily micro-frictions that quietly drain your energy over time. The second pillar relies on how your home interacts with the outside world, starting at the front door. The main entrance is your primary psychological transition zone. Keeping it well lit, exceptionally clean, and free of obstacles like messy shoe racks creates a welcoming baseline for your brain the moment you step inside. Once inside, stagnation is the enemy. Getting into a routine of wiping down dusty windows to maximize natural sunlight and opening them daily to pull fresh air through the house is a highly effective way to revitalize a dull room. Vastu also emphasizes bringing the outdoors in. Placing fresh water features or healthy plants, like a traditional Tulsi shrub, in that open northeast corner adds a layer of organic vitality. A healthy environment also requires a solid physical foundation, making it crucial to immediately fix structural issues like dripping pipes to maintain baseline hygiene. Syncing indoor spaces with natural circadian light cycles and fresh air currents reduces mental fatigue. This connection allows the rhythms of the outside environment to elevate the indoor mood. The third pillar shifts the focus entirely to human behavior and maintenance. In this illustration, look at the difference between the 2 beds. On the left, shoving heavy boxes and junk underneath where you sleep creates a dense, cramped energy. On the right, leaving that space entirely empty promotes visual and mental rest. The same logic applies to dedicated spiritual or puja spaces. Stacking heavy storage overhead creates a lingering sense of visual pressure. Living with broken things exacts a subtle psychological toll. Traditional texts are remarkably strict about immediately repairing or throwing away dead clocks and shattered mirrors. Keeping broken utility items around signals a state of neglect that chips away at your peace of mind. Even functional items require careful placement. Vastu advises against putting a large mirror directly facing a bed. Mirrors constantly bounce light and movement around a room, actively working against the visual stillness your brain requires to fall asleep. Taking care of these details reveals a distinct strategy. Diligent home maintenance functions as an active psychological defense system against environmental stress. You can perfectly align your furniture, clear out the center of your living room, and wash every window, but those physical adjustments only set the stage. Architecture alone cannot solve environmental stress. That brings us to the 25th and ultimate principle we found in these texts. The true atmosphere of a home is generated by the people living in it. Habits like maintaining daily cleanliness, using natural fragrances, practicing personal discipline, and treating family with mutual respect are the elements that actually bring a house to life. Ancient architectural science constructs a precise physical container for harmony. Your daily behavior and intentions are the essential ingredients required to actually fill it. Which of these traditional space planning principles surprised you the most? Let us know down in the comments, and be sure to subscribe for more insights into rethinking the environments you live in every day.